Welcome to Power Mondays. Blue Mondays are a thing of the past. Your Mondays will never be the same again. We enter our weeks with energy. This is Empowerment Podcast. We are here to empower you, to inspire you, and to equip you. You are chilling with Nompilo Gumede, the powerhouse. Enjoy the show. Greetings to you, our lovely Power Monday listeners. This is Nompilo Gumede, and I'm so glad that you enjoyed the previous week's podcast. I'm so excited that you guys give us feedback and show us some love on social media platforms. I hope you had a good week and rested with your families. I've had a wonderful time to rest and refresh. So I hope you're ready for this Monday. Before we go, I've got a very exciting guest, guys, and I know you're going to love her because she's amazing. She's actually fresh from being crowned. She's a queen. Remember to follow us on all our platforms. We are on TikTok. Follow us, we'll follow you back. We're on Facebook. We follow us, #Empowerment Podcast. We are also on Instagram. Follow us and give us feedback on our WhatsApp number, which is 065-615-6641. You can also go back to our old shows and listen to what we went through. So I'd like to introduce my guest for today. Her name is Dr. Guys, I'm bringing you a whole doctor. Dr. Yenziwe Ngema. Yenziwe, welcome to Power Monday Show.
Thank you, Nompilo. I'm glad to be here. Thanks very much for having me.
Thank you so much. Actually, before we move forward, I have to say something. Otherwise, will be mad at me. I'd like to thank your manager, Vuyi, for making this interview possible. She's such an awesome person. Because the minute I saw that you won, I just texted her and I said, actually, even before you won, I wanted an interview with you, but I saw that you're too busy because you still, So I thought, okay, now that you've won, then let me contact your manager. Well done, Vuyi. Keep on making it. That's what friends are for.
Yes, well done, Vuyi.
Well done, Vuyi. She reminded me that she has to be mentioned in this interview. So, Yenziwe, I've seen you. I've been following you on social media. I've seen you in the newspapers. You're doing a great job. You're not just a doctor, but you also you've just recently been crowned as the first princess of. Okay, let me not talk too much. This is about you today, and I'm extremely humbled that you said yes. So just briefly give us your background before we go further. Who is Yenziwe?
Okay, I am a 34-year-old, wonderfully single for now, female. I originate from Durban in KZN.
Oh, yes.
Born and bred there. I did my varsity years at UCT. I studied medicine. Mm-hmm. And then I finished in 2010, moved around KZN. I went to Ishowe for ComServe. Okay. And then I was in Ngwelezane for just my medical officer time. So I'm currently specializing in orthopedics. Orthopedic surgery. I'm in my third year, so one more year, and I write my exams to be a specialist. Thank you. I come from a big family, a loving family. My dad's a pastor. My mom is a general practitioner, Emlazi.
Wow. So your mom's a doctor as well?
She is a doctor.
Wow.
She is a doctor. And yeah, my siblings and I are very close. I have 4 siblings, 3 sisters and a brother. I'm number 4, almost the last born, and then my sister took my place, but it's okay.
Oh.
So yeah, like we grew up in a Christian home. I love Jesus. He is my source and my foundation. I love people. So yeah, I'm definitely an extrovert. I will do anything that like I like trying new things. I like engaging with people. So I'm often up for anything that's not dangerous and not illegal. so I definitely enjoy being around people. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy embracing people, and often they embrace me, which is actually quite cool. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I have a lot of energy. I think that's how you can describe me as a person.
Wow, at least we've got one thing in common, the energy part.
And I know you have a lot of energy. The one time I met you, and like even when I see your post, I'm like, no, yeah, this is the one.
This is the one. You cannot miss the energy. Yenziwe, you also won the People's Award. Can you please just share about that?
So it was like the public choice. So it was the People's Award, but it was basically like the number of votes that people gave to me. So I won in terms of the voting, which is an enormous reflection of just how much support I got from my various communities at work, my family, my community back home in Durban. It was just simply amazing. It's so amazing how people, like, they have nothing to gain from voting except for supporting me. So they're spending their money to vote. And it was just so beautiful for me. Like, I had people that aren't even that close to me, but like, obviously they're cool people. And they pledged to vote 10 votes a day. And I'm like, oh my word, this is amazing. Like, you're not a relative, like we work together, and this is what you've decided to do, which is so beautiful. It's so beautiful to me. Like, I really appreciated that. I think that was my favorite award, to be like, wow, guys, you came out for no reason but to say, okay, we're going to support our girls. So yeah, that was really cool.
That is so awesome. You know, I also posted you quite a lot of times, and people are like, how do you know Yenzi? I'm like, it's a small world, the same way you know. Some of my friends actually told me that they went to school with you, and I was like, wow, Yenzi is such
yay!
And I was like, wow, it's such a small world. So Yenzi, did you always have this dream of becoming a beauty queen, or was it one of those things that just...
So I think it was like, you know, like a dream that it's like, oh, that would be so cool, but you don't really think it would materialize. Like at school, I think I was always volunteering for stuff, but there are some things where like you don't really meet the criterion. Like it's usually a certain shape, a certain size of person that will go to beauty pageants. So like I definitely enjoyed watching beauty pageants. I thought it was elegant. I didn't know the full extent of how much goes into it, but obviously when you see the pageant queens, you're like, oh my word, that would be so cool, etc. So it was something that was like, oh, that would be nice. And I didn't think it would come to fruition. So yeah, it was something that's always been a desire, probably quite down there because I didn't think it would happen, but it was there.
Oh wow, that's lovely. But being a doctor and being a specialist that you're studying towards now, was that also always your dream?
To be honest, I don't think I knew what I wanted to do in matric. So I think being a doctor was like, okay, let's do it. And I literally think I only started really enjoying medicine when I was exposed to orthopedic surgery, which is what I'm specializing in now. And like I think I enjoyed the people in medicine. But like when I found like orthopedics, I was like, oh my word, this is definitely what I want to do. And I think at least I found something that was really nice in medicine. So it wasn't always my dream, but it's definitely something that I really, really love to do. I wake up in the morning and I say, I really actually enjoy going to work. I enjoy the people that I work with. It's sometimes hard because you're on call and like the workload is not little, but it's something that I really, really enjoy doing.
Wow, Yenzi, I always feel like you make being a doctor look so much fun. Like I always see your posts and stuff. It's like, wow, this girl is living their life. So
It is
I
a lot
always
of
get
fun.
inspiration when I look at your posts. Well,
it's a bit deceiving though. I do really enjoy it, but it's hard work. But I can't lie. Yes, I do enjoy it. You're right.
Oh, but it's worth it. It's hard work, but it's
definitely.
Okay, back to the beauty pageant. How was your journey to the finale? What were the valuable lessons that you learned? Because I saw it's been a long time. You wearing the sash and, you know, being on the papers. I've been seeing. How was your journey?
So the journey started in 2019. So it's been a long time coming. And I think most of the girls, including myself, didn't actually know what we were getting ourselves into. Like everybody sees the end of the journey, which is everybody in swimsuits or in evening gowns. But there's so much that goes into it, which makes it fulfilling, and it also makes it challenging. So things like having to raise money for the charity, and there was also like money that we had to raise in terms of the fact that like a lot of beauty pageants don't get sponsors like sports would get sponsors. So to keep it running, that you actually have to like raise money, etc. So for me, like humbling myself and asking people for help is something like, it's nice being independent, not having to need anybody. So that was challenging for me, having to be like, please, can you sponsor me, etc. Definitely a like lesson learned that people when they see your vision, they if they can help, they are very willing to help. And so I think it was just a wonderful like experience of people like just coming to the party without having to be convinced. But also you have to work at it. Sometimes you get tired, like there's a lot of duties that you have to fulfill. So I think just embracing it as a whole sometimes had its challenges, because you obviously have your own full-time job. Yes. But it was also it's also like it's doable. Like if you just put down your head and do it, it's doable. It is challenging, but through the challenges, like the girls that I had the privilege of getting to know are absolutely amazing, each one in its own right. And I think because the journey was 2 years, I'm so happy that it's with these group of girls, because there was no catfighting. It was absolutely amazing. It really was. And like we definitely formed a bond during this time, which is very special.
That's wonderful, Yenziwe. Yenziwe, how did you balance being a doctor and going for these photo shoots? I'm sure it was hectic. How was it? Did they give you leave at work?
I definitely had to try and manage my time.
And you're studying as well.
Exactly. So most people who know me will be like, how do you do this? And sometimes I'm like, it has to be God, because it's not me. Yeah. And I think the main thing was to prioritize. Like I don't believe in the skill of multitasking, because I can't do it. I have to focus on one thing at a time. So I would dedicate certain amounts of time to certain things, and like know that my skill is not being able to do everything all the time. It's just choosing one thing. Something I'll have to, like, I know now that I'm first princess, that this now comes second in my priorities. My studying comes first. So it's just about balance. And also just, I think I'm fortunate or blessed that things just come together, but definitely balance, communicating with my superiors at work, communicating with my family, communicating with the Miss Bachelorette thing, that listen, this is important to me, but like I can't let it take over my life kind of thing. So I think like having honest and open communication, and then just prioritizing at certain times, like this is what's going to be trumping this. I think it worked for me. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yenzi, how do you intend to use this platform as the first Princess of Miss Bachelorette?
So my main kind of passion is empowerment through instilling hope and dreams, especially in people who have kind of lost that. So, or women who have lost that, because I think when people don't see beyond themselves, they don't go forward. So like and there's a quote that says, if you can, I think I heard it in a movie, if you can see it, you can be it. So if you can see somebody who is like you, who is like you doing something that you never thought of doing it, you can be like, okay, cool, this is possible. So that's the physical, but also if you're able to have vision and dreams for your life, you have something to walk towards. So my main aim is like either a mentorship program where if people have a capacity, they can mentor one-on-one people who often are disenfranchised, because often the people who are mentored are people who are already doing well, and then people are molding them to do better, as opposed to people who have lost hope, who actually need more energy and more focus. I don't think we pour enough into those kinds of people in our lives. So I think the two arms that I was thinking of was mentorship, and then like workshops to deal with things like mental health, physical health, conflict resolution, and things like that. My other thing as the first princess is to obviously support my my queen in whatever she does. So I think I'll have to see which one I have to pour energy in. Does she need me more, and must I pause this, or can I start spearheading this because now I do actually have a platform to push this thing in a bigger scale than me mentoring one girl or two girls like I'm currently doing, kind of thing. Yeah.
Wow. I actually see you speaking in different women events, conferences, you know. I'm just putting it out there for my...
Nice, I like it. I receive it.
For my listeners to book you for their events, because the Empowerment Podcast is actually international, so they can book you.
Oh, awesome.
I'll give them Vuyi's number, because Vuyi will do the trick.
Yes.
Wow, that was so inspirational. I love what you said, that if you can say it, you can be it. Yes. That just makes me believe in having a vision and knowing that if I've seen you doing it, then I also have the potential to do it.
Yes.
Yenzi, before we close, do you have any closing remarks to our Power Monday listeners?
I don't have much to say, but I think for me, especially with this Miss Bachelorette thing, it was, like I said to you guys, I'm 34, I've got a full-time job, and for Miss Bachelorette was a realization of the fact of what we hear often, that there's no time limit into walking into your dreams. Sure. Like the lady who won Kaya Gazi is 41 when she won Miss Bachelorette. Yes, she looks wonderful, but she's 41. So there's no limitation. There's nothing that you can't do because of age, or there's a certain circumstance that you think is an obstruction. Like you can still, if you're still alive, you can still do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's my
you are so amazing. I'm so encouraged right now. I thought our topic was going to be, if you can see it, you can be it. Now I'm saying that actually the topic can be, there's no time limitations. Like we limit ourselves, but God wants us to be anything at any point, as long as He's given us the strength to do it.
Exactly. 100%.
Awesome. You are such a ball of inspiration. And I really
Thanks,
appreciate your
girl.
time today. Well, how can we follow you on social media? Can you please share your social media handles?
They're very easy. It's just my name and surname, Yenziwe Ngema, on Instagram and Yenziwe Ngema on Facebook.
Okay. Thank you. Yenzi, another quick question. Is Mongameli your real name or you just named yourself?
No. My second name is Linda Standaze. You know, when you're younger, and so I always wanted to be president.
You still can be.
Exactly. So I aim to be president in 2039. So ever since I was in high school, I'm like Yenzi. Everyone used to call me Yenzi the president. So then I just named myself Mongameli on Facebook. So that's really what happened.
Oh. Thank you so much for giving us that. So,
awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from the horse's mouth, from the first princess, who's also starting to be a specialist in the doctor. You know, you've given us no reason not to be able to balance life, not to be able to live our wildest dreams. I believe that right now you are living your wildest dreams. It's something that you put off, and then now you're living that dream.
Yes, it's awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. It was awesome. I like it.
It was so awesome. It was just so great to have you. And thank you so much for allowing us this time. I'm feeling so inspired, and I'm sure everyone that's going to listen to this podcast is going to get value out of it, is going to feel that they are valid and they can still be what they want to be, no matter the age.
Hey, thank you, Nompilo. You are awesome.
Thank you so much, Yenzi. Have a great day and have a blessed week further. God bless you.
God bless you. Cheers.
Cheers.